Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, JetSetSimmer. It's a beautiful, slightly snowy day here in Chicago. I have my ear patch finally off. It has been almost a week since my surgery. It feels so nice to hear again. I'll probably put the patch on after this video, but I just wanted to give it some room to breathe a little bit. It feels so nice to have the bandage off. Having something stuck in your ear for a full week just is so uncomfortable. But it looks absolutely beautiful outside here in Chicago right now. Let me see if I could try to show you. Okay, so there we go. I don't know if you could actually see, but there's slight snowflakes just fluttering around. Oh, it looks so peaceful and beautiful right now. And I don't know if you could tell, but the river is slightly frozen. Like this outer edge right here is all frozen bits of the river. But it looks so beautiful and the snow is lightly falling. It's really cold outside, so not gonna go out. But if you've been wondering what our view outside of our bedroom window is, it is this glorious view. However, that is our view right now. It is so beautiful with the snow just lightly falling. I just love days like these. I hate the cold, but I love days like these. With that, I do have another speed build for you, and this speed build took me so long to do. Like, I think it took me almost 4 hours to actually build this house. It took so long, but let's jump into it. Lately, I feel like I've been making so many small houses, so I wanted to try to make a bigger house. So this house is my take on a suburban home, and I decided everybody loves to do these blue Suburbans. I know Lil Simsy made this kind of a famous thing in the Sims community of creating the blue suburban home, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to try my hand at a blue Suburban, and I actually think that the house came out really, really well. I love the shape of this house. It's kind of got like an old colonial style shape, and I just think it looks so cute. And this is very similar to houses you would somewhat find here in the Midwest of the United States. I don't know, I just feel like these grand colonial looking homes in the suburbs is such a Midwest thing. Like there are some suburbs in California where the houses kind of look like this, but in most suburban areas in California, it looks very different than the colonial style. It's usually kind of like a southwestern look or like a craftsman type of home. I don't know, but here in the Midwest, the colonial suburban homes are just everywhere you go when you go into the suburbs. So with that, I felt like kind of going with this Midwest vibe, and a lot of Midwest homes in the suburbs have these long driveways and big grand entryways to their homes. And so I really wanted to play around with the terrain tool a little bit. I don't often play with the terrain tool just because it frustrates me sometimes. It's so hard to master the terrain tool. Like, I'm still working on it, but oh my gosh, it gives me a headache every time I try to use the terrain tool. However, it was kind of easy for this build, surprisingly, but I figured I would do some terrain magic in this build and have the house elevated with the terrain reaching up to it, kind of like a little hill a little bit. And then I wanted to do this big, huge walkway up to the front door with steps and a lot of overgrown plants. I don't know, I just really love doing overgrown gardens. Like, I've tried doing simple gardens and they just look so boring to me. So anyway, I really wanted to make this garden overgrown. So as you see here, I'm placing a lot of romantic stuff pack items. I think that's the stuff pack it came in, the romantic stuff. All of those flowers and stuff, I'm just packing into this little front yard. And I really think that it frames the house so nicely. I don't know. I just love this house so much. I could see myself living in a house like this potentially. I would rather live in like a modern farm style type suburban home, but this style is a close second. It's just such a cute colonial style. I love it. And for the outside, I decided I was going to make it blue because it's a blue Suburban. I have to make it blue. I can't have a blue Suburban not be blue, but I didn't like it completely blue. So I made the entire first level a combination of brick and these white sideboards. And I think it looks so cute. The color scheme looks so well. I made a little chimney coming out from the center of the house, and I don't know. I think it just looks really good. The floor plan is where it got a little tricky. I wanted to keep in line with the traditional layout of houses like these, and traditionally they're not big open floor plans. Like, they have tiny rooms, and usually the kitchen is this little galley kitchen. It's not this huge kitchen with a giant island. It's just a very small, simple galley kitchen. And so that's what I wanted to try to place first. So I placed all of the kitchen items in there just to get a feel for the galley kitchen, and I think it really looks good. It's not my favorite type of layout, but because of this house, I felt like I wanted to go in the direction of having a galley kitchen. Upstairs, I was able to squeeze in, I think, 4 bedrooms. It's really 3 with an office, but technically there's 4 bedrooms upstairs of this house. And then the downstairs, I decided I was going to have the main room that you enter the house into be the living room area. I wanted to make a separate entry room foyer, but I realized that I didn't make the house big enough to accommodate a foyer, so the living room and foyer are just all kind of mashed into one. You've got the stairwell going up in the living room. It looks super cute. And then I wanted to place a sunroom in this house as well, which is that little side room that jets out. It's all the white wood paneling. I put a back deck in this house because you can't have a suburban home without a back deck, I feel like. Like, most really fancy suburban homes always seem to have a deck outside. At least here in the Midwest, it seems like they do. They have this big, huge deck, and so I made sure to include that in this build. And then I played around with the wallpapers. I kind of wanted to do a modern interior, but then I decided, you know what? Let's go with this vibe of this old colonial traditional style home. And it's not necessarily like strict colonial. It's very like suburban colonial. It's different. But I decided to place these really cool wallpapers in the interior that kind of help give it that old colonial vibe. It's not the modern style I wanted, but it is the style we got, and it's super cute anyway. I used a lot of the new paranormal stuff pack items in this build too. I don't know, that couch just goes so well with so many things. I can't not use it. Like, it's such a versatile object. I am super glad that they put this couch in the game. It's I just love it. Anyway, and lately I've been really lazy on the clutter because I've been trying to build houses that people can use as starter homes and download into their game without having to use cheats to have more money. But with this build, I felt like, you know what? It's time to show my clutter skills. And in some rooms, I went a little overboard, like in the sunroom. It's just too much, but in the living room, I feel like the clutter game is just an adequate amount. It's perfect. I did another gallery wall against the stairwell. Oh, it looks so cute. I am obsessed with using these photos for a gallery wall. It just, all of the neutral tones, it's so muted. It's like, I just love it so much. But I did post a little sneak peek on my Twitter, and it's gone crazy. Like, it's so funny because I feel like I don't really have many followers. I still have under 100 followers on Twitter, which is totally fine. But I've been posting posts lately on Twitter that literally go crazy, and hundreds of people are liking these posts. It's insane to me. I don't know how that's happening, but I posted a little preview of this build, and people have gone crazy over it on Twitter. So hopefully you're watching this video if you saw the sneak peek and you are just as satisfied with the speed build as you are with the screenshots. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes screenshots look absolutely incredible, and then you load the build into your game and you're just like, oh, that's not what I thought this was. But I would really love to redo this house too with the modern interior like I intended to, but I don't know. This just tells a story to me. This has a history. This has tradition in it. I don't know. See, I'm a weird Sims player because I'm a builder, but I'm also a storyteller with my Sims games. I love telling stories. My sisters get so annoyed with me when I actually play the game because I'll take so many screenshots and send them to my sisters and be like, oh, this is my Sim so and so, and they're marrying so and so. And guess what? This happened when they were in college, and this is really crazy, and blah, blah, blah. And I tell this whole like intricate story. So I feel like as far as my gameplay in The Sims goes, I can't identify with just the builders and I can't identify with just the storytellers. I'm just kind of like everything. But here we are working on the sunroom, and I went insane on the sunroom. Like, it is overboard to me. I actually tried to view the room using the tab key so it, removes everything else. And it's way too cluttered. There's just so many plants, but I figured, you know what? That's okay. We're gonna make this work because I think it looks cute anyway. There are so many plants in this room, and I love plants, but this is like a lot of plants. But it's super cute. I love making sunrooms in my game. I just think it's such a fun little room, put a ton of plants in. I don't know. But, anyway, let's see. What else should I talk about? I feel like the speed build video is so long, I don't know what to talk about. The kitchen is a little cramped. I will be honest, the kitchen is a little cramped. I did put a little island. I was gonna make it a traditional galley style kitchen with the counters on both walls, but I decided to do one wall counter and one wall, or nothing on the other wall, but an island in the middle of the kitchen. And I think it looks cute. It's really tight, like I said, and then I put the dining room back in the back corner. And this isn't technically the layout that I wanted to go with. I really wanted everything to kind of like move where, like, I don't know, how do I explain this? I wanted it to be like you enter the house and you could go this direction and it will take you in a grand circle tour of the entire house. Just because I feel like traditionally layouts of these colonial style houses are that way. Like, you enter the little den and it leads into the dining room, and then you make a turn and it leads into the kitchen, and then you make a turn and it leads into this other living room, and then you make another turn and all of a sudden you're back at the front door where the stairs are. And that's what I wanted with this build, but it didn't happen. But that's okay because I think the layout works. It's really cute anyway. I think, it's a really good layout. Oh goodness, what do I talk about? Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to know? Like, I don't know. This is such a long speed build video that I don't know what to fill the time with, but Valentine's Day is coming up. Are you guys doing anything special for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Things here in Chicago are kind of open. Like, you could go to a restaurant and I think they're doing like 25% capacity as far as seating goes, which is super nice, especially given the fact that it's super snowy. And there were outdoor seating options in a lot of these restaurants, but like, not gonna sit in a blizzard, not gonna sit in the snow, not gonna sit in this literally -3-degree winter. But it's really nice that they opened up some restaurants up to 25% capacity. It just, it's nice. It feels really good to have things starting to open up again. Still wear your mask and still social distance, but it's really nice to have the world slowly opening up again. However, for Valentine's Day, we decided we are not going to go to a restaurant on Valentine's Day. Instead, we are going to go on like Wednesday or Thursday before Valentine's Day. I don't know, my boyfriend made reservations to this restaurant. I'm super excited about it. He's really good at that. I really suck when it comes to like surprises or like making dinner reservations and keeping it a secret. I struggle with that. Usually I'm just like, hey, we should eat here. Oh, they have a reservation opening tonight at 6. Let's go. Let's just do it. And there's like no surprise factor at all. But my boyfriend is so good at surprising me. Like, he surprises me so often with little gifts and little like things, and taking me out to dinner here and there, and taking me to a museum and blah, blah, blah. It's super sweet. It's super nice. I'm just not able to do that, and I always feel really bad because he's always planning all of these fun things to do, and I'm just here like, oh, okay, like, yeah, let's do that. But he made reservations, so I'm super excited, and we're just gonna have a very low-key Valentine's Day. I really need to get on it because I haven't gotten him a gift or anything, and I would love to get him a gift for Valentine's Day. So I can't believe that it's already Valentine's Day, though. Like, what in the world? It's already almost halfway through February That's insane to me. Like, what happened to all of 2020 and the first month of 2021? I'll tell you what happened, the pandemic, and we slept through the entire year of 2020. Um, but it's just crazy to me. Like 2019 feels like it was literally a few months ago. I don't know. Am I the only one? Do you feel like it was a couple months ago as well? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what to talk about, so I'll just go back to the build here. For the upstairs, I continued with this traditional style. There is a little lofted area at the top of the stairs. It's just, I don't know, it fills space. And then I put a painter's room in this little office upstairs. I ended up putting like a little office desk down in this little nook by the kitchen. And so I didn't want to make a second office in this room upstairs. So I decided, ooh, a painter's room. And I used some of those unlockable items in build buy mode. The item that I'm specifically talking about is that big, huge shelf with all the canvases that you could store. Oh, it just looks super cute. I think it's such a cute little painter's nest. I don't know. I feel like it tells a story with this house. Like, there must have been some influential painter that, like, lives in this house or something. I don't know. I didn't build Sims to play in this house, and I would like to, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I already have storylines in mind for the Sims that I am going to create to play in this house. But then the other bedroom I made just into like a teenager's room maybe, or a guest room. I don't know. But it just looks very vanilla, very generic. You could adapt it to whatever. I don't know. To me, it looks like a female teenager's room. And then the room next door to that room is a child's room. And it's obviously like a female child's room. There's a lot of pink. I don't know. I just didn't know what to do with the room. And so I figured, oh, a child's room, because most people living in a house like this are probably raising a family. And so I decided, let's do it a child's room. I just feel like I don't know what to talk about. I'm just like babbling about nothing. Like what do you guys talk about in your speed builds? For those of you who make videos, like what do you talk about? I placed a car in the garage. I really wanted to place a car on the driveway, but I don't have that mod where like you can tilt items. I don't even know what it's called. I would be interested to play around with it, but it kind of freaks me out because like I don't want to get that like focused in on using that mod ever. But for this build, it would have been perfect because I would have been able to tilt the car object a little bit to have it on the driveway, because the entire driveway is a slope. So when I place the car, like it looks like the whole back end of the car is floating. It just looks tacky. So I just decided the car in the garage, we're going to have the entire driveway empty. It would look better with the car, but we're not going to do it. And then I moved on to the backyard, and I wanted to continue this overgrown garden feel in the backyard, just like in the front yard. So I put a ton of flowers. Like there are so many flowers in this build. The garden took so long to do, but I'm super pleased with the garden. I think it looks really cute. I tried to limit it to just a few different types of plants because I wanted it to be pretty consistent throughout the entire backyard. I put a lot of these white hydrangeas all throughout the garden and all of these other flowers that I don't know the names of. And I don't know, it just looks super cute and traditional. I wish I had done more with the patio, like on the ground level in the back. I painted it all brick. But by that point, like this was probably nearing about like 3.5 hours into me building this house. And I was just so like, I don't know. Are you guys like this too? Where like at a certain point, if you're taking forever in your build, you just kind of like burn out. I should have saved it and came back to it later, but I didn't. I wanted to push through, but I definitely felt like I was starting to burn out around this point in the build. And so the back patio on the ground level just really did not get much of my attention at all, so it's kind of lacking. I really wish that I could have done like an intricate little walkway with roses and rose bushes, like a rose garden area with some statues and benches. It would have looked really cute. A couple fountains maybe, I don't know. But I was burnt out and I decided, you know what? It's just going to be a big, huge, empty mess. So if you download this house and you want to change up the backyard to make it a rose garden, more power to you. Show me screenshots if you do on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. My username is JetSetSimmer everywhere you go. I just made a Sims Twitter account like 3 nights ago, and I'm still really new there, and I could use a lot of friends. So if you are on Twitter and you are in the Sims community, give me a follow, introduce yourself, let me know, say hi so I can follow you back. And yeah, send me pictures anytime that you download one of my builds and play in it. Send me pictures. If you renovate my build, go for it. Be creative. Send me pictures. I just really would love to see. But I believe that is nearing the end of this speed build video. Let me open up my game and we can jump in and give you a quick little tour. So for this house, it's kind of lot specific. I placed it in Newcrest in this lot up here. It is a 40 by 30 lot. So it'll go into any 40 by 30 lot in Newcrest or in any other world, I guess. But let's open it up. And this is the house. And honestly, I think the curb appeal of this house is so cute. I don't know. I always say how much I love my own builds, and I guess it's a really healthy thing. You should love what you create, but I really love this house. I think the curb appeal of this house is just so cute. In the front, we've got that giant overgrown garden. We've got the little fence. We've got a bike, some trash cans, and a mailbox. It just looks so suburban. It's so cute. I wish there was a car on the driveway, but it's okay. We'll live. If you do place this house in your game, you are going to have bb.move objects on. Otherwise, I'm not sure if it will load everything. It'll probably move a lot of items because I used move objects. So over here, we've got this little entryway porch. I just put a couple plants up there. Your mailbox is up in here. You also have a traditional mailbox in the front. I don't know which one will work. I originally thought I was only going to put this mailbox, but then I needed the traditional mailbox, because of the aesthetic, the vibes. It completed the look. And then this is the first room we walk into. It's kind of this traditional living room, sit-down area. I don't believe that there's any part of this house that has a TV, actually. Oops. But you know what? They have other ways to get their fun up. Maybe, I don't know. I just love the clutter in this living room as well. I think it looks so cute. And I mean, we've got this little desk in this area. I love the gallery wall. I'm a good sucker for a good gallery wall. We've got a bookcase, some clutter. And then over here, we've got the big fireplace. And then we have a little seating area over here with a gramophone. It's just super traditional and cute. You walk into this area and this is the sunroom. And when I tell you I went overboard cluttering up this sunroom, I mean it. I went overboard. There are so many plants in here. I mean, if you try to come into the first person view and look in this room, like, it is cluttered. If you looked up clutter in the dictionary, this picture would be there. Like, there is just so much clutter, so many plants, which I love. But it's too much. It's a little overboard. But maybe you'll like it. I don't know. I really love it, so I left it. And then when you walk through this archway right next to the front door, you walk into this little reading nook area, and it's got a desk and a lot of books. It just looks super cute. And then there's our galley kitchen. It's very simple. It's obviously an updated kitchen for this house, but it's small, it's simple, it works, okay? And then here is the formal dining room. And despite this dining room being tucked away in the back corner of this house, I love it. I think it's so cute and traditional. I don't know. It's really cute. And then off the dining room, we've got a little laundry room area with a sink. And then we've got a little section for just the toilet. I was going to go with this whole route of having a butler's quarters with a butler's pantry, butler's restroom, butler everything, but I didn't end up doing that. Maybe I'll try to make an actual traditional home and it will have the butler's quarters. But this leads into the garage. You've got your little storage box tucked away over here for the season's items. Just some garage clutter, the huge. And then when you go upstairs, you have this little landing at the top with a bookshelf and a little reading nook again. I don't know, reading nooks are just so easy to make in the game. You have a child's bedroom directly right here at the top of the stairs. I put a little activity desk in the child's room and some toys. It's very generic, very simple. Right next door, you have a guest room or a teenager's room. I kind of like the idea of it being a teenager's room. You could easily change all these swatches if you want, if it's like not the style of your teenager in the game. Next door to that bedroom, you have the basic bathroom. It's got all your generic things. No need to spend time on that. And then this is probably one of my favorite rooms in the house besides the sunroom. You've got this little painter's room. It's more like a painter's closet, I guess you could say. I don't know. You've got the canvas in here, the easel. You've got the storage place for your paintings, a little chair. It's just super cute and homey. I love it. Here is the main bedroom of the house, and I went with this very teal color, which I kind of like. It works. And we've got some clutter up here on the dresser. It's a super cute room. I used the wallpaper from the Paranormal Stuff, as well as the drapes. That's also from Paranormal Stuff. And then they have an ensuite bathroom, and again, it's just a very generic bathroom, nothing super special about it. I did do 2 dormers at the top of the house because I think it's such a cute look. It really fulfills that colonial style. It's a very suburban look, I feel, as well. And so these 2 dormers, though, have nothing in them. They're literally just empty, so you can't put anything up in the dormers. For the backyard, I created this little deck. Let's see if we could get better lighting. Nope. It's just not going to happen. But I created this deck back here. It's got a grill and some countertops, a seating area, a picnic table, some potted plants, and then here is the mess of the garden. And like I said, I got really lazy when it came to this part of the garden. So down here, you've got this whole area, and I just put like a little fire pit with chairs, a wishing well, some planter boxes to grow some veggies. I also put this thing. It comes with the romantic garden stuff pack, and I think it looks super cute. I really wanted to play on this look all over the garden. I wish that I had really spent more time on this garden area and made like an intricate little rose garden path. It would have been so cute, but it's okay. We do have this little bouquet making desk and a beehive. So there are some skill items to help you build up your skill. I did use this rose archway. So there's the rose garden part, I guess, to lead you on this path up towards the back door of the garage. So this will lead into the garage. But everything else in this garden and this backyard is just overgrown. It is like, oh my gosh, could you imagine maintenance and pulling weeds in this backyard? No, thank you. It is beautiful. I love the aesthetic, but I'm not here for the upkeep of that garden. Good Lord. I continued with this overgrown look in the front as well. I put a little patch of grass. I think it looks super cute. It's such a little domestic, well, not little. Little is definitely not the word I wanted to use, but it's definitely a large domestic suburban home. So this is my Blue Suburban. If you would like to download this house into your game, it is uploaded onto the gallery. I'm just JetSetSimmer on the gallery. You can find me there. This build also uses a plethora of items from a lot of packs, so sorry about that. But you can find it. It is called the Blue Suburban. It's really cute. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Again, I really love doing this build. I think I want to do a whole neighborhood with this colonial suburban style just to make it look cohesive. It would just be super cute. With that, I'm going to end this video here because it's probably going on for so long. As always, like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.